Hey, what's going on, guys? Rhino here, bringing you a video that I said I'd bring you like a week ago, on there, about slut shaming. I brought this up in my prostitution and abortion video, how I'm against slut shaming, and I said I was going to make a video about it. So here it is. Like I've said, I consider myself an anti-feminist. I'm against the feminist movement, but it's not because of the overall ideology of feminism. My hair's messed up again. What do you know? It's not about. I don't think the genders should be equal. I'm not sexist. I don't think that men should reign supreme over women. I don't think women should submit to men. I actually don't think that at all. I think quite the opposite. No, not the opposite. I myself definitely think that the rights between men and women should be equal. I believe that men already are, or women already are equal to men, as in a lot of ways, and then in a lot of ways they actually benefit more. And there's a lot of videos on these issues, but that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. So I do consider myself an anti-feminist, but I do like the ideology. I'm just solely against the movement itself. The way feminists go about their business and go about trying to change things, I'm completely against. And so I'm definitely against the feminist movement, especially the feminist movement on YouTube and Tumblr. Well, basically the internet feminists, most specifically, but not just that. But I do believe that there are some things that we do that we shouldn't do, such as slut shaming. I believe that, especially since I'm an atheist, this is the one life, this is all we're going to live. Have fun. If a girl wants to sleep with 200 different guys in her lifetime, then so be it. Go ahead. Have fun with it, but make sure to use protection. That's all I have to say. I mean, if you're doing it in an evil way where you are spreading diseases, then I do have a problem with it. But if you are being safe about it, you're using protection, then you can sleep with whoever you want, and this goes for both genders. And that's a two-way street. You can be as promiscuous as you want, or if you think it's more special to save yourself for either the right person or till marriage, go right ahead. I don't see any harm in doing so. Some people do it for religious reasons. Some people do it just because they feel like that would be special to save sex till marriage. And more power to you. I respect that a lot. That's not what I personally believe in. My personal ideal was I just wanted to wait for the right person, a person that I felt right doing it with. And that doesn't even mean the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. It just means at that time I felt comfortable having sex with that person. And it was more of a romantic thing than a purely sexual thing. And so if you want to save yourself, go ahead. If you want to go crazy, go ahead. Just be safe. I really don't think personally that there's any problem with how many people someone has been with. Talking in terms of traditional sex, I'm the only one my girlfriend has been with. She's done other stuff with other guys in past relationships, but we've both only been with each other. And, I respect that a lot, but I would love her just as much as if she had slept with 10 guys before me. As long as, admittedly, without trying to sound offensive, I would be against, or I would be pushing her to get tested for STDs, because I'd want to know that she's safe first, because, being that promiscuous can bring risks. And that's not being offensive, that's not being mean or rude or prejudiced. That's how those diseases are transferred. And a lot of times people don't know they have them. They're carriers, so they have it. They don't exude symptoms, and then they spread it. Some people have symptoms and they just don't really recognize it. Some people have symptoms and they just don't give a shit. And so, there's a lot of different possibilities. But I definitely think that it doesn't matter to me. Now, as long as you are fair, whatever your standards are, that's awesome. If you honestly want to try to find someone to have a relationship with who has never had sex before, as long as you haven't either, as long as, you're not like, well, I've slept with 20 people, but I want you to be a virgin, then it's fine. Your own standards are your own. I think anybody should have their own standards as long as they're fair. If someone seriously wants to, like, if what was the show? Big Bang Theory. I'm a pretty big fan of Big Bang Theory. The show, not the, well, I am a fan of the theory, but the show. And there's this one nerdy guy named Howard who is always single up until last couple seasons, but he is dating this girl, and he's thinking about breaking it off with her. And the people his friends are asking him why, and he basically says, I'm kind of waiting out for like a Megan Fox type person. And they're like, what? Like, because someone like him, based on society, would never get someone as hot as Megan Fox. And I agree, someone like that probably would never get with Megan Fox or someone of equal attractiveness based on your own standards. But I believe that in real life, realistically, someone should be able to have those standards if they want. However, they need to be known that they're going to be disappointed if they need to realize that they're open for disappointment with that. If I kept a standard that, since I'm in college, and let's say I was single, if I kept a standard that I wanted a girl with C's, weighs less than 130 pounds, with a decent size ass, and really pretty face, on blonde hair. If I wanted to hold those standards, the chances of me finding and number 6, she's a virgin. If I wanted to hold those 6 standards, especially the virgin part, it would be astronomically hard to find someone who fits all of those criteria. Now, if you want to, pick and choose and be like, okay, well, this person meets this criteria, this criteria, this criteria, I'll date them. Like for me personally, things that I'm not really about body image. Like I'm not 100% where I'm like, if I don't find this girl attractive, I can't date her. The biggest thing that I bring into account for girls is personality. And then next I bring in looks, but that's the next thing I bring in is their face. How attractive is their face, not their body. And then I move down to their body. And there I'm not even the most picky in the world. Like I'm not too terribly picky. And so, I could pick and choose the criteria. I could find a girl who has a nice body, not a very good looking face, but she has a good personality, and be like, yeah, sure, I would date her. Or good personality, nice face, body, yeah, I'd date her. But personality, is my big thing. Like I don't want to date a girl with a bad personality, and so those would be my standards. It goes in a lot more depth than that, because I have certain preferences that a lot of other people don't have, as compared to societal influences. But those would be my standards, and I believe that whatever you want to do, whatever standards you want to hold to, go with. If you honestly want to have like really low standards, you want to sleep with a bunch of guys or girls, I gotta be fair to both genders, go ahead. Me personally, and there's an expanding group of people out there who are more understanding of that. You might get judged because you can't control the judgment of other people, but it would be, it's up to you what you do with your body, with your sexual areas, and who you allow yourself to engage in sexual activity with. whatever gender, whatever orientation, whatever you want. But that's about it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. And have a nice day.